Hi, I'm Lael Wilcox. I'm racing the Tour Divide this summer, and I'm going to go through all of my gear and choices to get ready for this race. So the Tour Divide is a race every June that follows the Great Divide mountain bike route, a route originally designed by Adventure Cycling Association. It starts in Banff, Alberta, and goes all the way through the Rockies on dirt roads to Antelope Wells, New Mexico, the border with Mexico. It's 2,700 miles, and it's absolutely beautiful. It passes through a bunch of public land. It's a great touring route. I first toured the route in 2010 and then have come back, and this will be my 5th time racing it. So I love the riding. It's a huge adventure. I currently have the women's record at 15.5 days, and I would love to beat the men's record, which is 14 days. But it's all weather dependent, so much can happen out there. So I'm just in it for the race and excited to see what happens. So today I'm gonna go through all my equipment. I am riding a Specialized Epic hardtail with the RockShox SID suspension fork. And then I have it set up with drop handlebars and SRAM access shifting. This is mostly for comfort. My hands over the years have just taken a lot of beating, so I tend to do better with the drop bar. I have ergon tape on top of Easton handlebars. I've got zip, what are these things called? Aero bars. Okay, zip aero bars. And then this is kind of my control center. So I'm using a Wahoo Roam for navigation. I have a quad lock up here with my phone so I can listen to music, listen to books, do a little bit of logistics along the way if I need to go to the store or find a hotel or anything like that. So that's another great point about this race, is that it's all self-supported. So you have to do everything for yourself along the way. You've got to fix your bike, you've got to find food, you've got to find water, you have to decide when and where you'll sleep, and that's part of the adventure, something I love, but also means you're doing a lot more than just riding your bike. You're making plans for the day and trying to make smart choices along the way. So what else for equipment? I've got a dynamo hub up here, so it's a Sun hub laced into a Zip 3.0 Moto wheel, and that powers my light, the sine wave beacon. I can also charge a power bank off of the back of this, so super handy. I've got 2 Revelate Designs feed bags, that's my water. I can also put sodas or other drinks into my frame bag, or I'll be wearing a jersey, so jersey pockets too. Up front is the Mag Tank 2000. This is my main snack bag. It has a magnetic closure. Inside right now I've got a couple of JoJ bars, a needle and thread that I'll put in my repair kit in case I get a sidewall cut, I can stitch it up. Earbuds for listening. And I've got a pair of sunglasses and a pair of clear glasses for the nights. So these are eye protection, lots of bugs, lots of dust, lots of everything out there. So nice to have something. All of my bags are Revelate Designs. For my shifting, I have a 36 tooth chainring, 10 to 52 tooth cassette. It's all electronic, easier on the hands as well, shifts perfectly. A couple days ago, I brought my bike into the Bicycle Cafe in Canmore, and they completely rebuilt everything. So my bike's super ready to go. I'm just ready to ride it. And what else do we have here? Ergon SR saddle. On the back side, I've got just a cheap $20 light. I also will have a light on the back of my helmet, maybe bring a reflective vest so when I'm riding at night I'm safe. I mean, what else can we do here? It's mostly carbon everything, time pedals, disc brakes. I've got the spot tracker up here, so that's how we kind of are part of this race. It sends a signal every 5 minutes to show my location, and then this will go on track leaders online, so if you want to follow along you can see exactly where I am for the duration. And I think maybe it's time for me to start going through my bags. So up front I actually have a pair of Hoka Speed Goats, and that's just for the first day. We do this really crazy hike-a-bike called Coco Claim, where it's just big boulders, and I think it lasts for something like 10K. and it takes maybe an hour or a bit more where you're just carrying your bike and walking. So I'll bring the running shoes just for the first day, and then I'll leave them behind in Fernie. So right now they're attached to my bike with austere manufacturing straps. Let's see if I can get them off. Easy. And then the shoes are right there. Old pair of running shoes. These ones are actually Rue's, and they are definitely worn out, but they have one final run in them. So those are good. I've got the Revelate Designs pronghorn harness with a dry bag, and this is my whole sleep kit. So the nice thing about this is that I'll really only be getting into it at night, so it can just stay up front the rest of the day, and it's out of the way, and it's protected from water or anything else. And we've got a pair of down pants. These ones I have used for the past 4 years, and I love them. So this is part of my sleep kit, but also part of my early morning riding kit or coldest weather stuff. Western Mountaineering super lightweight sleeping bag. This is my bivvy. And I'm just trying to think of the brand of this one right now, and I've used this since 2019, so I should know it, but I'm spacing. See if it's written anywhere. Man, I can't remember.
You remember, you can mention it.
This is like the best bivvy in the world though, so I really want people to know what it is because I love it. It kind of smells weird. You know, it's been in that bag for a while.
How is this year's sleep kit different than 4 years ago?
Oh God, yeah. So 4 years ago, all I brought was a vapor barrier liner, down pants, and a down vest. And I just froze. I was shaking every night. And that was, you know, my third race on it. So I had experience, but I just thought, I just want to try something new. I want to go super minimal. And it was a mistake. So I'm back to bringing a sleeping bag. And actually this year, I'm also bringing a tiny little sleeping pad. So, you know, the thing is, if it's not, my hesitation with something like this, it's like, it's tiny, it weighs nothing. I don't want to take the time to blow it up or pack it. So I usually just leave it behind. And so this year, if I'm like comfortable enough and it's not cold, I probably won't blow it up. But if it's cold, then I need to be off the ground to kind of maintain my body temperature. So then I have the option. Probably weighs like 1/3 of a pound. But you know, it takes time and whatever. Everything about this race is economizing time and making good decisions and staying on the bike and trying to have some fun. Because otherwise, why would we be out there? This is an amazing adventure. It does hurt, it does get hard, but it's so cool to just cross a continent like that, you know? So trying to make the best decisions I can. Every attempt's a little bit different. And I like that about it too. So.
Is it Mountain Laurel? Is that the?
Yeah, it's Mountain Laurel Designs is the bivvy. Best bivvy ever. I actually borrowed one from a thru hiker the last run and I loved it so much I went out and bought one. So best bivvy, no condensation. Okay, we went over the gas tank. You know, adding to this, I'll add like a bunch of pastries, something delicious to eat. Our first resupply for the first day is in Fernie, which is over 150 miles down the way. So need to bring plenty of food for the start and then pick something up there.
How has your diet changed?
Oh yeah, so I used to pretty much I'd heavily rely on milk and chocolate milk and a lot of dairy products in past races, and I actually found out in the past year that that's really bad for my asthma. It causes inflammation. So I'm doing other things now. You know, it'll be more pastries, gnarly protein and Fuel 2.0 and Joje bars and pizza. I'm still eating cheese. You know, it's kind of it's a balance, but you just have to keep eating. You have to keep eating a lot. Hopefully some of the food is delicious. Otherwise, you just got to keep doing it. Takes a lot of energy to do these kinds of things. Okay, so what else? Oh, inside the frame bag. So I love the Revelate frame bags. This is the new Ranger. A big thing for me was, you know, having this oversized zip, stretchy material. I haven't blown out one of these zippers, gosh, since probably 2014, which is pretty nuts, you know, from use after use. This one's actually new. It's not custom. It's just off the shelf and fits almost perfectly. So that's pretty cool. Inside I've got these two are kind of a combination of repair kit and electronics, little Topo Designs accessory bags, and we can go through everything in there. I also have, this is a 27,000 milliamp power bank that'll power my phone, my Wahoo, my earbuds, my shifting. You know, if I am not riding fast enough, I can put in a cord into my light to have consistent lighting. That's nice. And then I'm planning on maybe staying in a hotel or somewhere with power like every third night just to get a full recharge on everything. Maybe I won't have to stay inside that much, but that's definitely the motivation, to have a pretty big power bank just to keep my freedom out there. Let's see, got a spare tube. I'm running tubeless tires, but you know, something can always happen, so having a tube's good. I got a fresh pump, Specialized, with a little bit of electrical tape wrapped around for incidentals. Let's go to the back. Toothbrush, toothpaste, chapstick. My wallet with credit cards, photo of Rue. My passport, need that to cross into Canada, hopefully get there, the second morning. I am not sure I'm gonna bring this, but you know, I'm always thinking about what if I actually had a spoon to eat all that ice cream. So this is a friend that raced the Tour Divide last year, has a company called Human Gear, and he actually met me in Bend to give me this little spoon, and it says "Go Lael," and I love it. So might not make it. I also told him his name's Chris, and I said, you know, I could probably use that as a tire lever too, so it could be multifunctional. And I've got sunscreen, full bottle, chain lube, and that's everything in there. So we'll go through the accessory bags. So this one is mostly, this one's mostly kind of hygiene, personal items, and electronics. So I think I have 2 phone chargers in there right now. Charger for the Wahoo Rival, which is my watch that I'll be using to record my days, so I can see how many miles I've ridden every day and upload those. Good. I've got an inhaler. First time I ever got an inhaler was the 2015 Tour Divide. I rode myself to the emergency room in Helena, found out I had pretty extreme asthma, and now I ride with an inhaler, which helps a lot. This is the little cord that goes into my sine wave light if I need to plug it in from my power bank to have lighting. This is a mix of caffeine pills and ibuprofen. Usually I have like 1 caffeine pill a day, and it just gives me like a mood boost in the morning. Gosh, I feel a lot better. I'll be sleeping 4 hours a night, probably on the side of the road. You know, if I can find a nice trail like this, I'll be happy. And then my usual tactic is to sleep early, wake up in the night, and then just keep going. And I don't like to go less than that because I start feeling pretty awful. So the main thing is, like, I prioritize sleep, and then I try to do everything else as fast as I can, eating my meals on the bike, trying not to get off too much to spend most of the rest of the time riding. Riding fast when I feel good, and then just moving forward when I don't, and that's how it goes. Here's a couple of watch batteries that are actually for my shifting. The SRAM shifting is wireless, so there's a little port on the underside, and very rarely you have to change out the batteries. SRAM charger for the derailleur battery, and there's 1 battery, 2, 3. They usually last about 500K, so I mean, a day and a half out there maybe, and then I can charge them from the power bank. So that'll keep me going. Little cord for the SRAM charger. Here's some extra AA lithium batteries, and those go for my headlamp. So on my helmet, I've got a little Velcro, and I'll attach a black diamond headlamp to that. I think I've got it in here. Yeah. So that's this guy. So many cords. Oh, that's just one. This is a Wahoo charger. And then there's a battery pack for that. And the reason I use that is because it relies off batteries, so I can find those in pretty much every town. I'm charging so many other things that it's kind of nice peace of mind to know that I've got backup lighting in case everything doesn't work. And this way also the lighting, so I can look into my bags in the dark or fix a mechanical or see into the woods to find a good sleep spot. Yeah, and then in here are mostly my tools. So a little backup sealant, a wall plug, another wall plug to charge the power bank, a little pair of pliers, multi-tool from the Bicycle Cafe, got 3 zip ties, and then this is a little patch kit, but inside I'll put the needle and thread. I've got some patches, I've got a little thing of super glue, I've got an extra valve stem. So that's kind of all like tire repair stuff. Because really, not that much usually goes wrong out there, but you definitely need to keep airing your tires, so that's kind of what I focus on. Speaking of tires, I'm running the Lael Fleecer Ridge tires that I kind of co-designed for the Great Divide. So these tires are awesome. They're 2.2 inches. They have endurance casing, so pretty strong. They're fast rolling, a nice big size. So I'm super excited to run those. It's gonna be great. And then I've got some quick links for my chain in case it breaks. This cool little wolf tooth tool makes it easy to kind of put them back together. The other side works as a tire lever. Spare pair of brake pads, spare derailleur hanger, and tire plugs and a little inserter. So I just have to make sure I don't lose anything when I pack it back up. And that's about it. Oh, spare Wahoo. So really with these two, I just switch them out throughout the day. I mean, the battery life on these things I think has even gotten better, where I think I got maybe 18 hours out of one of them recently. But usually I swap it after about 12 and then charge the other one, and that way I don't really have to think about it. We've split the 2,700 mile route into 11 sections. Sarah Swallow actually helped me with that. She made a great resource with all the points of interest, and wow, I'm grateful that there are some people that are so organized like that. Sarah's great. She'll be racing this year. This year there will be 29 women out there, which is awesome. That's the most ever. 280 riders have signed up, biggest group ever. And on Friday morning, we'll roll out in waves of 20. So that's gonna be a crazy party, but really cool too. Yep, went over the spot tracker, and then I'll just go through mostly my layers, a little bit of nutrition in the back, and then we're done. So this bag is the Revelate Designs Spine Lock. It's also waterproof. It's got a little system that attaches to the seat rail, so it's totally rigid, so no movement while you're riding. It's really cool. And in the back here, I've got a rain jacket, rain pants, pair of gloves, and then these are like water, kind of rain mittens almost. Down jacket. And then, let's see, extra pair of wool socks. And then this is some gnarly nutrition. So I've got some vegan protein in here, Fuel 2.0, greens mix. I'm gonna kind of ration it So I have something good to eat out there. And then otherwise I'll just be mostly buying food at the gas station and getting water from streams. So, you know, it's so cool. You like get all this stuff and you think you have what you need, but you can't bring everything. You try to keep it light. At the end of the day, you're like, my bike's a little bit heavy, but I feel good because I have a sleeping bag, or I feel good because I have a multi-tool and a pump, and then you're like, ready, set, go. Let's see if we can get this done in about 2 weeks. And 2 weeks is a fast time, so you really can't know what's going to happen with the weather, the conditions, but that's all part of the fun. And I'm just hoping for every racer out there and every tourist this summer that they have a good ride, the best ride they can, because really we're all pushing our limits. There's no easy way to do it. And you know, what a resource. Thanks to Adventure Cycling for putting this together. And God, I can't believe I get to go do it for the 5th time. And hopefully I'll have a great ride, and then I can feel like settled with these big goals and kind of move on. Next year I really want to race around the world, so hope I'm doing that next June. But what a gift to be able to do this year. And guess I just want to say thanks to all my sponsors for getting me the best equipment in the world and kind of sending me off to do the things I love most. So super excited. Got to repack everything, shakedown ride to Banff, and then I'm ready to go.